To join INS lecture, okay, you are good to go. But today is my lab. I mean, for B1 batch, not for B6 batch. I'll be having lab for B1 batch. Okay, so B1 batch should be here. And how many of you are here from B1 batch? How many of you are here from B1 batch? Anyone here from B1 batch? Anyone here? Okay, Shani, Bhakti, Dave. Okay, you are from B1 batch. Okay, fine. Even you B6 batch people are allowed to join. So if they want to, they can. Okay, fine. The first is your frequency division multiplexing. Sorry, time division multiplexing, not frequency division multiplexing. See, this is the time division multiplexing. Basically, what happens when there are many stations, okay, or many if suppose the three people wants to transmit some data, okay, then in frequency division multiplexing, all three peoples are assigned different frequency. Okay. But in time division multiplexing, there is the situation is something different. Okay. In time division multiplexing, the frequency is same, but all the three people who wants to transmit the data, they have been assigned a time slot for a certain amount of time. Okay. Like for example, if the three people, person one, two, and three, those three wants to transmit the data, then those three are allotted with each of those threes are allotted with 10 minute of slot. Okay, like for example, for 10 minutes person 1 will be transmitting the data, for 10 minutes person 2 will be transmitting the data, for another 10 minutes person 3 will be transmitting the data. Okay, so that kind of thing is there in time division multiplexing. So each and every person who wants to transmit the data are given a slot, okay, a time slot, and they have to transmit to their data in that time slot. Okay, so that is nothing but in frequency case, each and every person is given an individual their own frequency to transmit the data. Okay, but that's not the case in time division multiplexing. In time division multiplexing, the frequency is same, but each and every person has been given a certain amount of time slot to transmit the data. Okay, now there are two types of okay, let me share you the screen to make it more clear. Okay, I'll be sharing the screen to make it more clear that what is actually time division multiplexing. Okay, see, this is simple time division multiplexing. Okay, here the SN is here this person SN is given a few amount of time to transmit the data, S2 is given few amount of time to transmit the data, S1 is given few amount of time. In that time, okay, there is a frame constructed. Okay, there is a frame constructed, and then frame gets transmitted. The frequency is same. Okay, but each and every person has been given certain amount of time to transmit the data. Okay, and those data are kept into this frame, and then frame is being transmitted. Now there is two type of TDM or time division multiplexing again, which is known as synchronous, and the second one is known as asynchronous. Okay. See what happens in synchronous, that each and every person here, each and every computer who wants to transmit the data, if some computer is not transmitting the data, no problem, the frame for that computer will remain empty. Okay, and if some computer wants to transmit data, then it's fine, the frame will be having the data. Okay, there is no issue, there is not a problem. I mean, among this four computer, if someone don't want to transmit the data, see here there are the pre-assigned fixed slot. Okay, in the synchronous TDM, each and every computer has been assigned, like for example, say 5 seconds of slot. Okay, if though that computer is not ready to transmit, then it's fine, his slot will remain empty. Okay, and if that computer is ready to transmit, then it is fine, the slot will be filled by the data that has been transmitted by the computer. Okay, and the second one is the time division multiplexing, that is asynchronous. Okay, in asynchronous, what happens, that slot are allocated dynamically depending on the speed of the source or their ready state. Okay, if some computer is not ready to transmit data, the slot is being not allotted to that computer. If some computer is ready to transmit their data, the slot is being allotted to that computer. Okay, that is dynamic thing. I mean, if someone is not ready, then it's fine. If someone is ready, then you are good to go with the slot. Okay, this also saves the channel capacity. Okay, where you are sending the empty data frame in case of synchronous TDM, here there will be no empty data frame. Okay, here if anyone wants to transmit data, then he will be allocated with the time. If he don't want to transmit the data, he will not be allocated with the time. Okay, so this is the asynchronous uh, time division multiplexing. Okay, so there is a difference. So this is the time division multiplexing actually. If you are not familiar with the concept, then this is the TDM, or which is known as again a time division multiplexing. Okay, so this was the part. Now I'll be sharing the program with you. Okay. If you want to write the program, you can write it down. If you want to take the screenshot of your computer, then you can do that. Okay, but I'll be sharing the same thing with you. Program. Okay, this is the simple program where you have used the concept of thread. This is a Java program basically. See, the output of the program is station 1 is processing. Now station 1 will sleep for station 1 is processing for 417 seconds. That the station 2 will be processing for 417 seconds. After that, station 3 will be processing for 400. Although here the code has been written thread.sleep, so that means the thread will sleep for 417, but in actual it doesn't mean that thread will sleep. I mean, if in the case of TDM, you will be allotted with the slot of 417 seconds, okay, or microseconds or whatever it is, you will be allotted with a slot of 417 seconds to transmit your data. After that, the station 2 will be allowed to transmit the data for 417, and that thing will go on. Okay, so this is the time division multiplexing. If you want to take the screenshot for the same, you can take the screenshot for the same, as I am not sharing the whole file with you. Okay, otherwise no one will be attending um, this meeting. Okay, so I'll be not sharing the whole file with you, but if you want to take the screenshot for the same, go ahead and take it. Okay, you have to write this program and you have to test it. You I'll be sharing a drive. Okay, I'll be sharing a drive where you have to drop your programs that you have written. Okay, and that you have to submit. Okay, that you have to say, although you have to write this thing, I have already given you what the program is. You just have to write, you just have to run, and each and every one individual person has to run their own program, and you have to submit your program to me. Okay, so I am sure that there is not much issue in submitting program. Okay, so it's fine, you can submit. Do you have any question regarding this? Then please go ahead. If any one of you is having any question regarding this first practical, okay, that is the simulation of time division. Fixed time, that means nothing but fixed amount of time has been given, that is 417 seconds. So if you are having any doubt, then please go ahead and ask me. Anyone having any doubt? Please say yes or no at least. You should be having a bit of courtesy of saying yes or no. I can't see proper the screen. No, okay. Fine. You are not able to see the screen properly because might be problem with your internet connection. Other people, are they able to see this? I mean, are you people able to see the screen? I mean, are you able to see the program? Okay, Akash is saying yes. Riddhi is also saying yes. Bhakti is also saying yes. Okay, Salman, there might be some problem with your internet connection, but don't worry, I'll be posting the video for the same on YouTube. If you are having any problem with visualizing the program, you can watch it on YouTube. Okay, so there is no need of having any question right now regarding your regarding interception of the signals or anything. Okay. So that's the thing now. So today, this is the program. I'll be making a drive for you where you have to submit the program with your enrollment number. Okay. Some rotate your screen. Okay. Salman. Okay. Akash is saying to Salman that rotate your screen, then you will be able to visualize. But it's fine. I mean, it's fine. Okay. No, not a big deal. So fine. I'll be ending meeting with this, and I hope that you all will do this program. Program is there in front of you. Just you just have to write the program. It will be a practice for you in writing a Java program. Okay. Thank you for attending the meeting.